Hi everyone! Today we're going to be making and creating these cute little pumpkins that we can use on projects throughout the Halloween season. So to kick this design off, I'm going to be starting in IBIS Paint, and in the ruler menu I'm going to be selecting an elliptical shape and also putting it on mirror so that we can get a symmetrical shape on both sides of this pumpkin. Drawing the shape is really simple and you just need to erase the lines in the middle to get your outline. The great thing about making something that you've designed is that you're able to sell this if that's what you want to do. Once we've erased them lines that we have in the middle, we now have the shape that we're after. I'm going to use the fill and select black and fill this in so we've got a black outline. Then on a separate layer I'm going to copy and paste that so that we can change this to the orange colour. I'm going to select this and just shrink it down to size because we want this to be a smaller size than the black one. So I'm opening up the second layer there so we can have the black on the screen at the same time. Changing the layer so that the orange layer is on the top of the black, and then this way we can resize it till we get the right size and shape that we're after. Although I'm using a digital drawing app here, doesn't mean that you can't actually draw these out yourself and cut around with a pair of scissors as traditional crafters do. I'm just showing you an option of what you can actually do on the Cricut so that you have the ability to sell these if that's what you want to do. I really enjoy using IBIS Paint. There's a lot of different functions and a lot of freedom to create different designs. I'm just going in now and I'm trying to get a stalk kind of shape in there that I'm going to attach to the silhouette layer, and also I want the inside shape so we can add that in the orange colour when we come to stick it all together. Now we have the outline all done, it's time to start making the faces of the pumpkins. Go mad, go wild. I'm keeping it simple just to show you what is possible from this. I did have the colour on orange there just to show what it's going to look like, but this is best done whilst it's still white. And then when we come to do the transparent background, when we move it over to Cricut Design Space, you're then able to cut these out. Make as many creepy looking faces that you like. I'm just going for some very simple ones, which look quite effective when they're up against the black background. Once you've got all the designs that you're happy with, you can then take these over to Cricut Design Space. And basically what I'm doing here is just uploading them. So we're on the canvas of Cricut Design Space and I'm just clicking that little plus button, and then that allows you to upload your images. You will see as I upload the images, they're shown as a black file. That's basically because it is a transparent background. We're clicking on the single layer and then this will take us so we can give in each of these a file name. So I'm just transferring these and trying to get them all lined up so we've got a bit of an idea of where things are going to be. I did two different sizes of the silhouette, but I'm just moving one over to the side because that's not relevant. I'm just going to start getting all the designs ready for us to start making cuts. I changed these over to the colour blue just so they stand out a bit better for me. On here you can see, if I zoom in, these black lines around the blue, they will actually cut as a separate piece. So that's fine if you want to just take that middle blue bit out, but I don't want to do that on this project. So what I'm going to do is something called contour. So I'm going to select the image, go to actions, go to contour, and then we can take out any of these bits that we don't want to actually cut separate. And I want to only cut out certain parts of this, so I definitely want that middle mouth cut out, but I don't want the line around it cut out. I want the outside line cut out, but I don't want the inside line cut out. And I don't want the space around the eye cut out, but I want the eyes cut out. All that will be combined now on the next page. So when you zoom in, you can see exactly where and what will actually be cut. So I'm just going to do exactly the same on this one. Go to contour, which is under actions, and I want that not cut out. I want the middle of the eyes cut out, So I don't want that outside cut out or that outside cut out. And I do want the lines cut out and the mouth cut out. So as that one stands, that's how I want that one. This blue line in the middle will be scrap on the piece of paper anyway. I want this as full blank piece, it's just how it's come out from the drawing. This one, I'm going to go on to contour again, and I only want the middle of the eyes cut out, and I only want the outside line cut as well. So when we go to that, we can see what is actually being cut out from there. And then this one, I'm going to contour, but not all of it. So I'm going to taking out that space. I want the eyes cut out as they are, but I don't want the mouth cut out. I want it like that, I think. Let's just have a look at that in the next screen. So you can see there's lines around the eyes, because I want the actual middle of the eyes to be back in there, and then the mouth is just one solid hole. So I've started changing these over to orange, because that's the colour I'm going to be cutting it out of. So you can either do it singly like this, or you can actually go across them both and change them to orange that way, whichever works out best for you. So they're all going to be cut out of orange. This one's going to be cut out of black. These two are a different project, so let's just move them out of the way so we don't get confused with them. So my basic aim is to make sure that this is nicely overlapping on that, and gives you an idea of what it'll look like when we actually stick it together. But we need these little stalky things, so let's duplicate that. 1, 2, 3, 4. These will all be arranged on the mat anyway. We need 5 of those. So we've got 5 silhouettes and 5 designs and the 5 stalks. Right, it's going to be over to the Cricut, get them done. So I couldn't find any cardboard in this orange colour. I have some sort of darker oranges, but I wanted this to be quite bold so this stands out on top of the silhouette. So I'm using black cardboard and orange vinyl. This obviously means I don't need to glue the pieces of card on top of the silhouette. The vinyl already has the adhesive on the back of it. So I'm just placing this cardboard, lining it up so it's in the right place for when the Cricut needs to cut. And then I'm going to braid this down just to make sure it's actually adhered to the mat. So we're going to go ahead and make these. And we're ignoring this light coloured one, it is the black one that we're actually looking at cutting on. And I've got A4 paper. So I just want to make sure that all fits on there. We go on next, and we're going to connect to my Cricut. Okay, and that's connected, and we're going to go for cardstock. I'm just going to set the default pressure to a little bit more because this is a thicker one than I normally would use. spits out nicely. They're all cut. So now I'm sticking the vinyl to the mat. This isn't the best quality vinyl in the world, but it's good enough for doing some arts and crafts, especially around the house that you're just keeping for yourself. So I'm just making sure that's all stuck down, and I'm going to use a brayer tool just to iron out any air bubbles and just to make sure it's adhered properly to the mat. Unfortunately, this vinyl does come away from its backing quite easily, as you'll see when we do the cut, but we seem to rescue it throughout the video. So on this, obviously we need to change it to vinyl. I'm actually going to go to all materials and go to vinyl and find the budget, because this is a budget vinyl. Value vinyl, that's it. Let's press go and see how that cuts. So this is what we're left with. I'm just going to take out the bits that we don't need. It's quite easy to do because the backing's still on, because we cut all the way through, which is a good thing in a lot of ways, because it's easier to take it off, and especially if you're doing it with paper crafts, it's best to go all the way through. I wouldn't do this with HTV or something similar. Do use your transfer sheets for that. Let's take off now. With this being cardboard, I'm going to just take the outer side of it off. Okay, these are for a different project, so ignore those. So we've got our silhouettes. And now we need to stick our faces on. You can use these for plenty of different things. You could even put another one on the back if you wanted to do that. If you want to hang them from somewhere. this one, let's try and keep the eyes. So we're going to remove those first, very carefully, hoping to keep the paper backing on. Not bothered about this ring bit, it's not something I'm concerned about. What do we want to keep the middle eye? What do you think, with or without? Let me know in the comments. I think actually it looks better without, but I've already done it now, so otherwise it looks like he's winking. The good thing is about these, you can make a decent batch of them and you can use them for whatever you want to use them for. You can use them on cards, you can use them, you know, put loads of them together and make a garland out of it. I think that's what I'm going to be doing. There we go. Cute. If you like, if you don't like, let me know in the comments. Quick craft there for you.